Feedback is only as useful as the perspective that it comes from. And here's the danger: the people that are closest to you usually aren't neutral. Yes, they care about you, but that also means that they have agendas. It's really common that two people can be in a relationship and both are making trade offs that are optimizing for very different outcomes. See, I think about trade offs every day because my job is helping high performers manage how the rest of their life interacts with their performance moving through time. One trader that I work with comes to mind. He was putting in the hours, grinding, working day and night. He was completely committed. But his partner would often complain about wanting to spend more time together. He made the mistake of asking if she thought that he was pushing too hard. And her answer was, of course, basically, yes, you're pushing too hard. Now, this came at a really unfortunate moment for him because he pulled back, softened his edge, and it cost him momentum, growth, confidence. But here's the thing: she wasn't wrong. She just had a different agenda. Her feedback wasn't about his trading ambitions. It was about their relationship. So here's the lesson. When you take feedback from somebody closest to you, you're not just taking in objective data. You're also absorbing their needs, their worries, their priorities. And that means even if they love you, even if they have your best interests at heart, their feedback might not be what's actually helpful for you. They could be prioritizing comfort over growth or fear that your success will pull you away. They may want stability when you're chasing risk. Their agenda might be unconscious, but it's still influencing you. And if you're not aware of it, you could make a long-term trade-off based on somebody else's short-term discomfort. So here's an action plan. Step 1, you have to identify conflicting agendas. You need to ask, what does this person want? And is it in alignment with what I want? Or is it creating friction? Somebody who wants closeness might resist you taking on something that's demanding. Somebody who values safety might warn you off any risk. You have to make sure that you're keeping their perspective distinct and separate from your own. Step 2 is to ask them to optimize for your outcome. That question might look something like this: can you help me think this through based on what I'm aiming for, not just on how it's going to affect us? It's respectful, but it draws a clear line. This is your path, and their role is to support it, not shape it. Now, realistically, this probably won't change the angle of their advice, but what it does do is make your intentions and your priorities very clear, which is a very attractive behavior for a man to display. Step 3 is to build a separate feedback loop. You need people that have done what you're trying to do, or at the very least, have accomplished something ambitious themselves, because they have the perspective and they're not attached to your comfort or theirs. So seek out high performers that have been in your shoes and let them tell you about the hard truths that the ones that are close to you either can't see or would prefer not to. Look, this doesn't mean that your partner or your family is out to get you. Most of the time, they're actually trying to be helpful and doing what they believe is in your best interest. They're just trying to protect what they value: connection, stability, comfort. That's human. Don't get bitter or combative about it. Just don't confuse love with clarity. You need both, but keep them separate. They serve very different purposes in the life of an ambitious man. So, where have you taken advice from somebody else that didn't get you closer to your goal? And where might their agenda be shaping your decisions? Drop a comment down below and let me know. I'm really keen to hear what you've got to say. And remember, you can only be in one place at a time. So every day you're making trade-offs. The only question is, are you choosing your own, or are you just accepting what you're being given? Thanks for watching. See you next time.